Breaking news, the Attorney General of DC is suing Michael Saylor and MicroStrategy, both. This has just come out of nowhere just a few hours ago. And Carl A. Racine, who is the AG of DC, has tweeted this. Today, we're suing Michael Saylor, a billionaire tech executive who has lived in the district for more than a decade, but has never paid any DC income taxes. So they are suing, or he is suing Michael Saylor specifically for tax fraud. This is pretty serious. He goes on. We're also suing his company, MicroStrategy, for conspiring to help him evade taxes he legally owes on hundreds of millions of dollars he's earned while living in DC. It's the very first lawsuit brought under DC's recently amended False Claims Act, encouraging whistleblowers to report residents who evade our tax laws by misrepresenting their residence. Led by a couple people, unanimously updated the law and gave us enforcement authority. And lastly, with this lawsuit, we're putting residents and employers on notice that if you enjoy all the benefits of living in our great city while refusing to pay your fair share in taxes, we will hold you accountable. So this is definitely not good, right? Obviously, after this came out, MicroStrategy stock started tanking. In fact, you look at it right now, it's down about 6%. So obviously, this has brought a lot of FUD to MicroStrategy and to Michael Saylor and a little bit to Bitcoin too, because Bitcoin is now right at 20,000. Luckily, Bitcoin has not seen more volatility due to this. Why is this being posted publicly, right? Is there another agenda here? Is Carl up for re-election or something? I don't know. I'm going to dig more into it, but it just seems like if you're Attorney General of DC and you want to go after Michael Saylor, okay, go ahead and sue him. Go ahead and sue MicroStrategy, but why make it so public, right? Why cause all this FUD on Twitter on purpose? I don't know. I don't know what the agenda is, but there's definitely an agenda somewhere, right? So, like I said, tonight, hopefully Michael Saylor, has something to say about this. Hopefully we get some more information. I'm going to do some more digging and see what's really going on. So the big news of today, this came out right after noontime today. Attorney General Carl Racine from DC, he made this public. I still wonder why he made this public. Okay, I mean, if you're going to go sue someone, you just sue them. You send them papers, or you send someone to give them the papers. But why make it so public? Well, if you reread through this, it may seem like, they're just trying to make a point with Saylor, right? But who they're really going after are the residents and employers, okay? Because the very last part of this tweet thread, with this lawsuit, we're putting residents and employers on notice that if you enjoy all the benefits of living in this great city while refusing to pay your fair share in tax, we'll hold you accountable. So I think they're targeting Saylor, obviously, because he's a billionaire and he's very well known, right? But maybe the real reason why they're doing this is really to put everyone else on notice, right? Which is a strange thing to be doing on Twitter. I just find this whole thing, on Twitter just really, really weird. Or this Attorney General is just really looking to make a name for himself and really wants to cause some buzz. I don't know what the real agenda is. But if you look through what they're trying to get Saylor on, if you read through, some of the articles that's kind of looked at this more in detail and looking at, what they're accusing Saylor of exactly. Well, basically, they're accusing Saylor for not paying any state income taxes. So basically, while he was still living in D.C., okay, supposedly, he did not pay any personal income taxes because he said he's a Florida resident. Because in Florida, you don't have to pay personal income tax, which is obviously a lot, right? Not personal income tax. I'm sorry, state income tax. That's what I mean. So in DC, you do have to pay state income tax. In Florida, you don't have to pay state income tax. So according to this, what Saylor basically did was buy a home in Miami Beach, right? Then he went and obtained the driver's license so that he could, and then he registered to vote in Florida. But even though he did all this, he still lived in his Virginia residence for more than half the year, which, according to DC, means that he's still a resident of DC and Virginia, right? Even though he has all this stuff from Florida, he still lived primarily in his DC home, which is why they are going after him for $25 million in back taxes. And there's other damages and civil penalties and expenses and fees, right? So basically, that's what they're going after. So what does this really mean to Saylor? Not a whole lot. 25 million is pocket change, if anything, right? So most likely this will just go away. But, you know, this attorney general is also trying to pull MicroStrategy in, because according to the AG, MicroStrategy basically conspired with Michael Saylor to help him evade taxes. That's what the AG says, right? But, you know, MicroStrategy did respond saying that this has nothing to do with them. The company doesn't handle, you know, Michael Saylor's personal taxes, right? So don't pull us in. We have nothing to do with him, right? So that's the latest news. Again, it does seem like they are targeting Saylor really because they're trying to, like, you know, make a big splash with this, right? This new law that was enacted. And they want to target Saylor first, but it looks like who they're really targeting are the common folks, everyone else that are not billionaires. That looks like that is what the intent is. This 25 million is just nothing. I mean, Saylor could pay this. It's not going to affect him, right? And more importantly, the good thing is this does not seem like it's an attack on Bitcoin. Many speculate this is an attack on Bitcoin to try to cause more FUD, you know, try to bring down the biggest Bitcoin bull there is, right? But there's no mention about, you know, back taxes owed on Bitcoin or anything, because obviously Michael Saylor was not in Bitcoin. He did not buy any Bitcoin, did not hold any crypto back during these years, right, when this was going on. So it really has nothing to do with crypto. So that's good. That's good overall, right? But, you know, I don't know if you guys remember this clip. This clip came out not too long ago, right? When Saylor first got into Bitcoin, and he was saying, he was like really gung-ho about it, and he said some stuff he probably should not have. Like this clip that I'm going to play for you guys. Be warned, he does swear in this, right? But it's a very short clip. Listen to it.
And at the end of the day, you can tell everybody go fuck themselves. You can put it in your head, memorize the freaking key. Oh, yeah, my Bitcoin, I lost it in a boating accident. It's kind of a trope, but what it means is at the end of the day, if you push me too far, I lost it. It's gone. Sorry. Tax that. And at the end of the day, you can tell everybody go fuck themselves.
So that probably doesn't help his case, because basically he was advising people to basically tell the IRS, go F yourself, right? I lost my key, so technically I lost it, so I don't have to pay any taxes. So he doesn't say stuff like that anymore. And he removed this interview. I remember he did this interview, he removed it, but obviously people still, downloaded it. But yeah, it's probably not going to help his case. If you're looking to buy Bitcoin and crypto for the first time and you don't know where to get started, head over to CryptosRus.com and click on the best exchange guide. Within, you'll find a list of exchanges that I recommend and some that I use on a daily basis. If you are outside the US, I highly recommend looking at Binance.com first. They are the biggest exchange out there, supported in almost every single country. They have a fantastic fiat on-ramp, off-ramp system. They offer the most trading pairs and the lowest fees in the industry. You could also download a mobile app onto your Android and Apple device very easily. If you are in the US, I recommend taking a look at the sister company of Binance, Binance.us, which offers all of these things and more. So if you want to learn more, head over to CryptosRus.com or utilize the links in the description of this video.